we are back. We're going to continue on with this and finish 7.1. Kona, how'd it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetzo. They nourish the Hetsato as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in the harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beast to be tamed. Moreover, Ronic are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetsato would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is peculiar important that to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronic's once favorite grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronic. Even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratopraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetsaro would have surely put two and two together were the cause geological. I measured the area's aether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. And a powerful one. Not as not a predator given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be. The Tudu Hetzel. That doesn't sound good. The Tudu Hetzel? Ronic Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that still Hetzel in one night is another evocative one. Ronic can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Tudu Hetzel. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn is narrow nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home. and its pack both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronix's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this reaver away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Never fear. We'll make certain that the beast threatens you no more. For a hot second there, I'm like, are his glasses broken? No, they're just covered by the hair. I do know this is going to be a... Yep, I'm like, this is a duty. The Ronic Reaver is a clear threat to local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off and searching for it without having made proper preparations. If the others return from across, if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. All right, let's do it. I feel like this is also going to be a bit of a pain. How rough is this animal?
Help! Help! Hetsu is coming this way!
Hetsu. Okay.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Alright, here we go.
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
What is going on with this? Why am I on auto run? This is gonna be problematic.
There they are!
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
Okay, hang on.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers. The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind. must be something up ahead. Come! There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
In a panic was clearly an understatement. More are coming!
You're mine.
All or nothing then. It seems that did the trick.
For the fodder at least. But where's...
I don't like the fact that I just lost my W key. That's gonna be very problematic. Oh, jeez.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
Oh, poor thing!
Not one there! Not so fast!
Ooh, jeez.
Even should it cost me my life. I will save the head soul!
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
I just realized on the back of Aaronville, he's got the little thing that was his mom.
Right. Let's finish the job.
I made a vow to our people.
You shall plague them no longer!
Alright, here we go. Okay.
Your final vow of reason is not without resolve. I need some time to think, or no? Must have a weakness, and I will find it. got it!
Okay, we share.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and... You're done for! That's stem the flow of protective ether.
Now the real fight can begin.
Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
We must disperse that ether ere the river recovers it!
This is going to hurt.
We did it. The Etso, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mechwa Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most.
And you put it along the train.
It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozenihetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Lozenihetta. That's where the Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. "We're distracted," I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hetzo!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am Dawn's servant, All of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Wow, that's like such a touching moment. I love it. To know that the Hetzo are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them, we also avenged my parents? It is the least I owe them after all this time. Sapphire, I thank you for standing by me, as Dawn's servant, and as the oft imperfect man beneath that mantle. Now, let us return our attention to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We've removed the root cause of the Ronic straying from their favorite grazing and obtained the tool to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of aether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it. Then, Walika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. I think it's easier to do it by map. Pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? So the Ronic were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Valkona's not too bad himself. What with his whistle idea? Sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. I was like, this is probably going to be the next day.
We're ready to go.
Whoa! She looks as good as new.
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronic are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolao. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through our paces.
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
a roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad up running again. But now that the test drive was a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, then the continent. Watch out, Zaktaral. Here we come. I share the sentiment, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamachi. I really wanted this to be under an hour. That one mission took so much time. Because I think this next mission's the final mission. Well, it's possible that Shell's made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's has restored to service. Shell? What do you have her working on? Oh yeah, he wasn't there. Galulja's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kafsia we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind because she left it with me, and I will always carry it. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kafsia? What? No. It's a mere token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was as good of a souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Yeah, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time. See if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much change throughout though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. It's not the Arcadian. I don't know if it's Truview. Wait. Information Center. Neonstein. I'm in the area, I just don't know where I'm going. Alright, Shell, what do you have for us? Oh, hey, Gra. What is up? A simple yet elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shell is nearly finished processing the data. She will be able to share her findings with us imminently. Am I interrupting something I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Stola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate in the Sky Deep Cenote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electrope. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we finished here. Lest you fear, I've forgotten. Once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. Stola.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Tashul Jah herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
Watch.
My name is Tashul Jah, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose.
Watch, she's not the mother.
Mother? Officially I am, was, a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vitral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Turyolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, And when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
My... No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well. But I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
Oof.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamachi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
It's better to know. A profound response for one so young. have to be. Gulojal is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet, one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate he has you. Thank you, Shell. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Galulja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what I can present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I'm planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain overlong. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to be on the first train back, yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you had said many from Tuliolal were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard. If so, we could take turns accompanying, you know. In any case, we need to speak to the people ourselves. Let's start at Leonode 9. Yeah, this is gonna be broken down. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some patchwork. I mean, it can be an hour. It'll be fine. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. There may still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first.
People look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zaraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong. But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
Huh?
What?
I'm so confused. Please don't let this be another Ardbert
Help,
moment.
Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do.
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria.
The heck is going
on? Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live, not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memory shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
All of us shall be made endless.
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like.
This almost feels very, Asian,
Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
I was honestly waiting for that's really creepy. I was waiting for the heck is going on? Oh, I don't like this. This is just eerie.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
There's someone manipulating this from the shadows. I just don't know who. It has ASEAN written on it. I don't like it. It's creepy. I mean, because I don't even know if we've taken care of all the ASEANs now that I think about it. It's creepy. It's almost, it reminds me a lot of when Xenos died and came back. And Van Daniel's body. We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed with the Meso terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, 'tis no surprise they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. 'Tis as if their memories have been erased. Ooh, what if it's, oh god. What if it's Oblivion? Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, it was likely the work of the regulators, but by whose design? Okay, it probably wasn't Oblivion. Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason. In that guise, even if some suspect deception, most Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. While I agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. And that's how this ends. Oh my god. Wow. Alright. I feel like there's another cutscene, because this is the end of the 7.1. What are we looking at?
people? Are they safe?
Wait. Oh, I just had a thought. What if Sveen actually did come back and not die? Oh my god. Okay. Well, with that, we're going to end it there. And we will see you all next week. And we will be heading into 7.2. Laters.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control?